Hey guys, it's Lex. Remodeling Bleak Beach can feel so daunting, but in today's video, I began to bring some new life to it by building an adorable little beach campsite for my Pokemon. So this was actually the very first build that I decided to do in Bleak Beach. I decided to kind of take a break from Withered Wastelands because I was just kind of running out of ideas, and with the new event I kind of thought, well, instead of having like a more foresty vibe, why not go for like a beach campsite? So I'm remodeling this entire area to be my Bleak Beach campsite. Now, sadly, some habitats had to go in my pockets for a little bit, so there were a lot of upsetty Pokemon walking around, but I made it up to them later, so don't worry. Now, I understand that the Pokopia gods probably intended Bleak Beach to look a specific way, but I decided no. So I am getting rid of, I guess, what's supposed to be a walkway because this is gonna make room for my campsite. Now, of course, it wouldn't be a Pokopia build video without some landscaping, so I'm getting rid of some of the sand blocks here. The goal is to be strategic in where we're going to be putting everything, so unfortunately, I need to tear down some of the land. The bridge isn't safe either, it's also going in my pockets. Behold the power of editing. So I actually made my way to a dream island because I was in desperate need of materials. So I made a stop and then came back. So that's why it's dusk. And I decided to build like a cabin kind of thing. It realistically is not really supposed to be functional. It's just more for show, just to kind of like fill the space. So there's no actual use for this yet. I might end up changing it later on, but I just needed a pretty strong starting point. On my journey in the Dream Island, I picked up some of the soil, so I replaced a lot of the sand with it. My goal is to not make it symmetrical. I think that when you make things asymmetrical, it brings more depth to the build and brings more depth to where you're building, so that's why I did it like that. Oh, my favorite part of building is adding trees and flowers and hedges. Of course, we are remaining strategic in where we're placing everything because I don't want too much of one tree, but I want it to look lush and beautiful. I went ahead and then started building some of the camp items, so like the info board and the campfire, and I got some of the chairs from Sableye as well. I originally was going to just manually build a tent using just the tent roofs, but it ended up kind of being a placeholder instead, so this is me building it, and later on in the video, I do end up replacing it with the event item instead. Per my YouTube short, I always keep Pokemon habitats in mind whenever I'm building anything, so I'm including a lot of habitats as I'm going along. At this point in the build, it honestly felt like everything was starting to really come together. It really felt like the campsite was coming to life, and to be honest, I was kind of improving a lot of it, being that I've literally never been camping in my life. What about you guys? Have you guys been camping? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I feel like I would absolutely hate it. I think that nature overstimulates me, but it's so beautiful. I cannot see myself sleeping in a tent and sleeping on the cold floor. I really wanted a lot of my Pokemon to be able to come over and relax together, so I'm including so many different spots for them to sit, with campfires lit, and just everything, the whole works. Does anyone else just like really appreciate and adore fencing? I think that fencing for any build that you're doing just adds so much. With that sand from earlier and what we've collected from Dream Islands, I'm now doing more landscaping, kind of bringing out the beach a little more. That way I have more room to work with. I am also going in with more soil and bringing out the campsites. Now I did have to stop the stream eventually, so this is actually my second day of working on this campsite, and to my surprise, I came back to a visitor, and after greeting him, it was back to work. So as mentioned earlier, this tent was a placeholder for a little bit. I did end up managing to scavenge some red crystal fragments, so I purchased a tent. I honestly was a little surprised at how expensive the tent was, so I don't know if I'm going to place maybe like one more down sometime in the campsite. And of course it wouldn't be a beach campsite without people on the beach. In the midst of me, of course, adding flowers and trees everywhere, I did manage to put down a little picnic area for people and Pokemon that want to rest by the ocean. At this point, the new tent was getting built, so I decided to kind of make like a entry area into the campsite. So I replaced a lot of the sand with the soil that we're using to kind of make that transition. And this is the final result. I honestly am so happy with how it came out. For someone that has never been camping in their life, I think I got the right idea. I feel like a lot of the items were cohesive. I don't think that there was a lot of interference with the trees that I chose. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing your feedback. And here is the final walk around from what I began to make the entryway. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.